Hi, I'm Meredith Jacobs with TV Insider, and I'm here with Christina Chong, Celia Rose Gooding, and Ethan Peck of Strange New Worlds, which just made Star Trek history this season with the musical episode, which was amazing.
Why have you?
Why you only calling us when you got your dramas? One of these days we'll repay you, we'll slay you. Gonna draw your last breath at the end of my glance. Your eternal torture is every Klingon dream. You know what I mean? Think of a scream.
What were your initial reactions to doing a musical episode?
Yeah, very that. I think we were all pretty excited. I think me and Chrissy specifically, those of us with more musical backgrounds, we were super excited to bring something that we have a great love for into the Star Trek world. I don't think they knew what beast they unleashed when they let us know we were doing this. So I think we were really excited.
I had maybe a different reaction because
Yeah, you
I don't
definitely
quite
did.
have the skills, training, and abilities that these amazing people do. I was very skeptical and quite nervous about it, but we were in amazing hands and with amazing cast that could really carry us along. So
You carried us along too, Ethan. You
really did.
oh,
Kept us with our strong bass voice. We need a good bass to round out the sound. So
I
yeah.
appreciate that. And what's crazy is that the album, I think, was so listened to. I don't know. Were we expecting
Number 1 on
that?
iTunes, wasn't it? Number 1 on iTunes, above, like, at one point it was above Barbie and
Taylor Swift. We beat Taylor Swift for like 10 minutes. It was very cool.
Yeah, which is bananas.
Christina, starting with you, because Lon's emotional. How would that feel? It has a look also like what could have been with Kirk. And so it was just so personal for her. And also she's all alone in that scene in her quarters. So what did that song mean to you? And talk about filming that.
So that for me it was a huge thing, because number one, the whole musical full stop has been my dream to do a musical film or TV show for years, like ever since I started my career in this industry. And so I knew when I was going to record that in the recording studio, I knew that I would break down at the end of that song. Me, Christina, not even La'an, just me. And so I don't think that version is in the show, but I think it's on the soundtrack. But that is me kind of like my voice breaking, because it's come 360 in my career. Like, it's where I started in musicals, it's now where I'm at, and to have that opportunity to do that through Star Trek, I mean, who'd have known that would have brought, Star Trek would have brought me back to what I originally started out doing. And so yeah, for me, it was just not even what La'an's going through in that whole series. I was going through something very similar. And so it was a really easy song for me to connect to. And yeah, I mean, the whole thing was just a dream come true. Like, if we get to do another one of those, I mean,
right. I think we should.
I don't know about that.
We made this one happen, Celia, right?
We should go on tour on Broadway with it.
Oh, 100%.
Remember you said that. Remember you said that. About 3 years, we're going to come back to this and be like, remember when you called it?
Ethan, Spock got introspective with I'm the X, and it's the perfect mix of his human and Vulcan sides. How was filming that, especially because it's the most personal solo song with someone else there in the scene? Because Celia, you were there for that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. It was crazy that you were there. And I'm glad it was you. Because I feel like you're my singing guide or something. So sidebar, Celia and I shared a trailer last year. The last 2 seasons?
The last 2 seasons. It's the first season we're up, and I'm heartbroken about it.
So I could always hear Celia singing. And enjoyed it very much. And it was just, it's something that became a part of the environment and atmosphere of me being on set. And so it was lovely that she was there with me for I'm the X. Yeah, it was really nerve-wracking. I did not know what to expect from the whole process. I wasn't sure that I would sing a full song. I remember Tom Polche, one of the writers, brought me in to sort of figure out how I could sing, if I could sing. And it just was a very unexpected journey with the song, and was very moving. I felt very moved by it. It was written for my voice, sort of for my register. Thank goodness.
I was also there. I was there watching. I was there watching as monitor.
Yeah.
I
She
didn't
was
know
on
that.
monitor. She was Video Village.
I was like belting it so loudly. Of course, it's like pre-recorded, but then on the day I sang it, sang my guts out, tried to.
Aww.
I was very, very happy to be there, just looking on like a proud friend, like
proud singing mentor.
Yes.
Celia, you got Keep Us Connected, which felt like a culmination of hers entire arc this season leading up to that.
Yeah.
So how was filming that after all the pressure she kept putting on herself all season? Was it a relief almost, like a sigh of relief, let that go?
Very much like Chrissy, the song that I was singing was really similar to what Celia the person was going through internally. And to have an opportunity to express that in a medium like singing that I'm so comfortable with, it was very cathartic, and really, I was just so excited that I got to sing. My background is in theater. And so I very much like what Chrissy said, it felt very full circle to do what pretty much put me on the map in this industry, in a space where I felt so comfortable and supported, and do it for Trek. And Keep Us Connected is it's exactly as you said, it's such a clear example of how Uhura is feeling, and how her, just what her thought process is like being a young ensign. I'm trying to remember, she an ensign, being a young ensign, and feeling this was a very long time ago. But
Gosh,
being a young,
wasn't it?
right? Being a young ensign and feeling so much pressure of wanting to show up and wanting to be the best version of herself, but also mourning and missing her loved ones, and really just asking the universe, why is this my fate? Is this what I'm meant to do? And then to have that light bulb moment in that moment, and then her sort of see the other side of that coin and be like, oh, the reason why I've been doing this alone is because I'm really all I need. I want connection. I want to be a part of something, but everywhere I go, I'm good with solo. At my best, I have everything I need. And that was just it was such a beautiful moment to have that for this character, because she deserved it. And it was a long time coming. And so I'm glad I got to showcase that in a way that felt so authentic to me as a person, but also incredibly authentic to the history of the character.
There's the grand finale, which, Celia, you're the one who kicks it off, but eventually everyone ends up on the bridge.
To have the grand finale all on the bridge, everyone working together. For Uhura, it was very exciting, but for Celia, I just found myself looking around and getting kind of misty-eyed, because it was a dream come true for me.
We didn't learn the Klingon dance yet, did we? I mean, I didn't.
No, I don't think ever. No, but we'll learn it. We'll learn it. You and I, Chris, we will learn it and we'll teach it. Yeah,
I'll do it. I'll do it too.
Yes, remember you said that.
For that was the best day, I think, of the whole thing, filming that last section of the song, and everyone just, the way that Ethan was saying, singing it moves your energy, it makes you feel good. Dance makes you feel good. And so all of us on that what essentially was a stage at that point, and I forget the last line. What's the last line? But the arms go like that, right?
Crew of the Enterprise.
Okay, Enterprise. Yeah. And so then we're all kind of not only elated as our characters, but the energy of you could feel it. It's so tangible. All of us going, oh my God, we did this musical. We freaking pulled it off. Sorry. We freaking pulled it off, like we did it, and all hugging afterwards. It was like real, that energy. So yeah, I just, again, echoing what these guys said, very proud of our cast.
That you raise a great point. There was a moment there in that finale where life really imitated art. I mean, that happens so frequently, but never, I think, so closely together quite as in that moment. But yeah, it's Spock barely gets to participate because obviously he doesn't want to be dancing. And I spoke with Dermot, the director, about it, how would Spock dance? I was like, well, I guess he has to get that meter maxed out so that we can break out of the musical reality. And so he would do it for that. And so he joins in for the very end of it. So I felt like kind of an outsider. I joined at the very end of that whole sequence. And then Chaplin and Spock are sort of on rough terms. And I remember it's ending. We have this joyous moment, and then we have kind of a broody look to each other. So my experience is a little bit different from some of the other cast members.
Did anything not make the final cut that you want to talk about?
La'an and Uhura had like a little handshake moment that we made up sort of on the spot.
Oh, true, we did.
Yeah, we did. But that didn't make it. But in my mind, there was something so beautiful about that. After we finished the song, our instinct was first to just celebrate one another and then get back to work. I think that is such a nod to our routine as an ensemble to just check on each other and really boost each other up, because we're doing something that some characters are not super comfortable with and aren't that isn't their instinct, isn't to burst out into song. And so that final moment of just camaraderie, of course it had to be shrunk down for the nature of TV, but in my perfect world, there's an edit of like 5 minutes of everybody just giving each other compliments.
Well, thank you again for doing this, and everyone be sure to stream the musical episode and the first 2 seasons of Star Trek Strange New Worlds on Paramount Plus.